So welcome, everyone. Welcome to MMVC 25 and day 2. And our presenter, who's coming to us from India, and that's Professor Mustakhusen Mujawar. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but I tried. Can you pronounce it for me? Your
Yes,
last name?
Mustakhusen. Yes, Mujawar.
Mujawar. Okay,
Yes.
got it. Thank you. He's an assistant professor at an AACSB, which is Accredited Management Institute, ICFAI Business School in Hyderabad, India. He has over 22 years experience in academia, maybe more, and industry. He handles courses in business communication, personal effectiveness management, soft skills, functional English, and impactful presentations for management graduates and undergraduates. I also want to add that he loves creating amazing images. That's not mentioned here. His areas of interest are business communication, soft skills, intercultural competence, educational technology, English for specific purposes, mindfulness, just to name a few, and I named the one that I remembered. So really, really excited that you're here with us once again. And thank you, everyone, for joining us. Stay tuned and enjoy. So I'm going to
Thank you.
stop screen sharing and go into yours. There we are. Can everybody see the use of digital AI tools to improve business writing among management graduate students? Let me know in the chat just to make sure. Yes. Okay. So the floor is all yours.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Nelly, for this wonderful opportunity. And thank you for having me here with all the educators. So as you see, I'm going to discuss about the use of digital and AI tools improve business writing among management graduate students in India. Now, my presentation is purely based on research that I did recently. Uh, when it comes to the digital tools and AI tools that I'm going to discuss about, so maybe I must have used half of them in my class, okay, and I haven't started exploring rest of the digital tools and AI tools in detail. So it is purely based on research. Okay, so I have gone through some of the recent articles that are published after 2020. So before I begin, let me just take you through the class that I handle. So ideally, we have a class of uh, 80 plus students in every section, and each faculty member is supposed to handle 3 sections minimum per semester. And the average duration of any session is 75 minutes. And when it comes to proficiency level of our students is concerned, so they belong to B2 and C1 level of English language proficiency as per CEFR. Now, if you look at overall ratio of B2 and C1, majority of the students, I would say over 80% of the students belong to B2 level of language proficiency, whereas 20 or maybe less than 20% of the students belong to C1 level of proficiency. So this is the typical class that I handle almost every year, and I have been teaching management graduates and undergraduates since 2005. Now let me discuss about the problems or the challenges that I face or we face at our B school. So now, as per NASSCOM 2023 report, 68% Indian MBA graduates lack persuasive tone and they struggle with conciseness. And 68% is a quite big number because when it comes to looking at messages or business messages, generally we categorize them into 4 types: positive messages, neutral messages, negative messages, and persuasive messages. So there are some occasions where we deal with only positive and neutral messages. But there are some occasions, especially while writing proposals, business proposals. So we need to be highly persuasive. So simply being direct or simply providing information doesn't help, or you cannot persuade the party where you are sending your proposal. Apart from that, it is not necessary that in business everything goes goody goody. Okay, sometimes you need to deal with critical things, especially negative messages, rejection, saying no. Okay, these are the things where we need to deal with negative messages. So if you simply look at these four categories, so we have positive and neutral messages in one side, and we have got persuasive messages and negative messages. So we need to deal with all these four types of messages, right? So if you look at persuasive tone and the conciseness, because very basic principle of business writing is to make our messages more concise, more clear. Okay, and if you look at that number, 68%. Okay, and again, this number comes from very recent report. Okay, that is published by NASCOM in 2023. So this is one of the biggest problems that we face. Okay, and apart from that, we have got multilingual interference. Now, if I quote example of my own classroom, so we have students, like as I told you earlier, we have 80 over 80 students, okay, 80 plus students, and these students come from different states, right? So we have almost say over 28 states and 9 union territories, right? So they come from all the states across India. So they speak different languages. Okay, so someone speak Hindi, someone speaks Marathi, Malayalam, Telugu. So we have such multilingual interference, right? And it is so obvious that they try to interpret or they try to translate into their own mother tongue. So that multilingual interference is always there. Then apart from that, over reliance on templates. As you know, like we have templates for different documents. Okay, so when it comes to say emails or say letters or proposals or reports or agenda or minutes of the meeting, so they simply rely on specific templates that are shared in the classroom. So they do not think beyond them. So it is not necessary that okay, so agenda or minutes of the meeting can be written in same format. Okay, maybe the structure would remain same, but format may get changed. So yes, we need to be quite flexible when it comes to using those templates. Then apart from that, there is one more report that was published in 2022, and that report says that graduates document process well but fail to influence. So again, this is something to do with persuasion. This is something to do with negotiation in terms of business writing. So this is one critical area that I'm going to deal with. And most importantly, the last but not the least important challenge is moving these maximum students. Okay, so if you listen to me very carefully, okay, so I told you that okay, over 80% of the students belong to B2. Okay, so B2 has something to do with functional business communication. Okay, whereas what they are expected to do is more of strategic, right? So when they take up any job in Fortune 500 corporation, okay, so simply dealing with like positive or neutral messages do not work. Okay, so sometimes they need to deal with negative messages, sometimes they need to deal with concerns, they need to deal with critical clients, right? So for sometimes they need to persuade some important clients. So this is how they need to be more strategic, and that strategic communication comes in say C1. So basically, the challenge is okay taking those 80% of the students from B2 to C1. So that is the real challenge. So these are like real life challenges that we face on day-to-day basis or for almost every batch. So this is the context. Then why focus on digital or AI tools? Okay, so again, for last couple of years, we have been discussing about digital tools, especially when like COVID pandemic happened. So this since then, okay, we have been using digital tools day in, day out, right? So whether it is industry, whether it is academia, okay, be it any sector, we have been using digital tools day in, day out. Similarly, we have been using generative AI. Okay, So basically, all these professionals, all these MBA graduates are supposed to use cutting edge technology for swift communication, for strategic communication. So this is the reason, this is the basic reason, okay, they need to adopt to digital AI tools. Now, when it comes to collaboration, okay, so for example, we have Microsoft Office, okay, there are number of such tools, okay, where they can collaborate. Likewise, we have Google ecosystem, we have got Microsoft ecosystem. Likewise, okay, some other companies may have their own ecosystem, right? So they need to collaborate, they need to work in a team, they need to think critically. So there are many such things that can be done without meeting in person. So that's why, okay, so even as a student, okay, they should be able to use technology for business communication. So first thing first is relevance. Of course, when it comes to what do you say, business communication documents, for example, reports or proposals or agenda or minutes of the meeting or online presentations. So everything is online, everything is like digitally present, right? So this is how it is relevant to use digital and AI tools. Apart from that, digital and AI tools will definitely improve efficiency and quality. Okay, they can overcome those grammatical errors. They can set the tone right. Okay, they can convert negative tone into positive tone. They can convert casual, what do you say, informal like language into formal language. Okay, so they can set the tone, they can set the context. So there are number of such things they can use. Okay, they can set using digital and AI tools. So this is how they can improve efficiency and quality. And of course, last but not least, industry expectations. Because what is important is this, okay, because what we deliver in the classroom is not important. What is important is what are the expectations, okay, of the industries, right? So what industry expect is, okay, they expect them to adapt to technology. Okay, now these days AI, I mean, we have been talking about AI for everyone, or AI day in day out. So basically, whichever job they take up, whether they take up a job in marketing, sales, operations, finance, HR, or any such domain, any such area, okay, so they should be able to apply, okay, AI tools. They should be able to see, okay, so how AI can enhance productivity, how AI can like boost productivity, how AI can, okay, so make things happen so quickly. So this is why we need to focus on digital and AI tools when it comes to business communication. And now, before I move ahead, so I have a question to ask. So I would like to know, which digital and AI tool do you use? So if you want, you can simply scan this QR code, okay, or you can simply go to slido.com and you can enter this code, and I would like to see your responses. Okay, so it is not necessary that you teach only business English or business communication. If you are dealing with English for specific purposes, or if you teach English language or English as a second language or foreign language, okay, at tertiary level, maybe you can respond to this question, please. So let me just minimize my screen and let me see your responses. So shall I put that link in the, okay, I'm going to share this link in the chat box so that you can simply click onto that link and then you can use that code. Okay, let me see. Okay, is it possible to scan that QR code, please? Or maybe you can simply go to slido.com and then enter that code. Once I'm sharing this thing in the chat box as well, maybe you can just click onto that link. The QR code is not correct. Okay. Okay, maybe you can just check this link, please. Okay, I have shared the link in the chat box. Let me see if I get any response over here. Okay, I think no one has responded yet. difficulty, please? Okay, if you're not able to access Slido, sorry, maybe you can write your responses in the chat box. Okay,
Yeah,
that
what
will
a
do.
shame. It says there are no polls.
Okay, so there is a question actually. So I have just asked a question. Okay, no. Okay, because yeah, I'm ready with that link actually. I kept that window open so
I
that I
think I
can.
think you need to click on present. Did you click on present?
Yes, 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 yes.
That's
Okay, you
strange.
can just try it now.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Okay. Twee I Twee AI. Yes, I see that now. Someone has responded. One vote. Okay. So chat GPT. Okay, I could see two votes. Okay, then defeat, then co-pilot. Okay, fine. Maybe you are not able to see my screen, but yeah. Okay, just I'm reading those responses for your reference. So yeah. So there are 5 votes. So they have written Gemini, then defeat, perplexity, perplexity, then Twee AI, DeepSeek, Gemini AI, ChatGPT, Copilot. Okay, ChatGPT is being repeated again and again. Okay, Gemini. Okay. Okay, so I have one more question, please. So if you are using any say such AI tool, for example, DeepSeek or Perplexity, sorry, I'm mispronouncing that word. Then Copilot or Defeat or any AI tool. Okay, so okay, Brisk for Chrome for creating quizzes and more. Yes, yeah, that's there. That's there. Okay, okay. Then ideogram. Oh, okay. So how do you use ideogram? Maybe you can just write in the chat box, please. Or we can use this chat box. I think chat box would be more convenient. Okay, maybe any one of you can simply give thumbs up if you can see my screen. Okay, great. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so yeah. So as I told you earlier, so B2 is more of like basic functions, basic, what do you say, business English function. Or in B2 level, what we do is we try to set grammatical errors, right? So it is a transformation from like correction to creation. So here you can consider correction as B2 level, whereas creation is C1 level. So C1 level deals with more of like persuasion. Okay, it deals with more of strategic communication. It deals with more of like using indirect approach while dealing with negative messages or maybe some persuasive messages, right? So there are some tool types and their pedagogical role. So if you wish to add anything to it, okay, so the way you are using those tools, maybe you can share in the chat box, please. So for example, AI grammar checkers. Okay, so again, there are many. Okay, so it is not necessary that we need to rely only on Grammarly. Okay, so we have got Quillbot. Okay, even that is equally used. So if you look at AI grammar checkers, now be it any tool, okay, I have simply mentioned 2 examples here. Okay, since we use Grammarly quite frequently, so Grammarly and Pro Writing Aid. Okay, and then Quillbot. Okay, these are some of the examples, these are some of the tools. Okay, but as far as their uh, pedagogical roles are concerned, so they do surface level accuracy, they take care of grammar. Okay, they take care of tone, right? Then the second tool type is genre simulators. Okay, so genre simulators deals with say scaffolding structure and tone. Okay, scaffolding again in any business messages. Okay, structuring our message is important, structuring any document is important. Okay, so we can do it through genre simulations. Okay, so for example, one example is given over here, chat GPT. So you can play role as a VC investor, okay, or pitch boy. So this is how you can interact and you can do the scaffolding. Then apart from that, we have got collaboration platforms. So in as far as collaboration platforms are concerned, there are many digital tools, right? So you need not to go for any AI tool. Okay, so real-time co-creation. Okay, so in previous presentation, someone was talking about, okay, so like for example, in even in Microsoft Office, there are so many collaborative tools. Similarly, we have got Google Docs, we have got Google Sheet, we have got Google Slides, right? So all these are some of the examples of say collaborative platforms. Then maybe you can add draft back along with say Google Docs. And apart from that, we can think of adding Notion. So these are the AI tools, okay? And the digital tool that we like combined with these AI tools is Google Docs. Google Docs is just one simple example. Apart from this, we have so many such examples. So we have got rhetorical analyzers. Now, rhetorical analyzers, so its usage is to identify persuasion matrix. Okay. So again, maybe even some of you haven't used them. Okay. For example, IBM Watson tone analyzer, then Hemingway. So these are some of the tools that can be used, okay, which can play a pedagogical role in persuasion metrics. So because this is my objective. Basically, we need to take our students from B2 level to C1. So in C1, what we are expecting is they should be able to write the business messages in right tone. Okay, so they need to write it concisely. Okay, they need to use persuasive language, and they need to deal with any kind of critical message, okay, that they experience or that they come across. So that is the whole idea. Now apart from this, we have some common digital and AI tools for business writing. Okay, so for example, Grammarly Business, right? So Grammarly Business, so its primary function is to, okay, so check grammar, like advanced grammar, then it sets tone, then it brings lot of clarity, and it gives lot of feedback actually. And based on Grammarly business feedback, okay, so we can make necessary correction in our business document. So relevance in management education, so it ensures professional standards, teaching writing mechanics. So basically, so it deals with professional standards, and we can teach writing mechanics, especially like business writing. Then we have got Hemingway editor. Hemingway editor, as we discussed in previous slide, okay, so it is to understand persuasion matrix. So apart from that, it simplifies, clarifies writing, and flags complexity. So basically, again, it helps us to, okay, so convert complex and compound sentences into simple and short sentences, and that is what is required in business English. Okay, we often use active voice sentences because of its simplicity, because of its conciseness. So Hemingway editor is such AI tool, okay, that help us to, okay, simplifies, clarifies writing and flags complexity. So when it comes to its relevance in management education is concerned, so we can use it for training on conciseness, plain English, right? So this is what we can do. So these are some of the common key digital and AI tools in business writing. Then apart from this, we have got Chat GPT. So yes, I mean Chat GPT, though Chat GPT is not everything. Okay, as you have mentioned, Gemini, then DeepSeek, okay, then Perplexity. Okay, so these are some of the tools that can be used for brainstorming, content generation, style adaptation, right? And its usage in management education is to practice with various business genres, templates, overcoming writer's block. So this is how we can use this tool. Uh, then we have got Write Sonic and Jasper. Okay, so these two tools, okay, which can be used, okay, for AI content generation and summarization, and it quickly drafts business messages. So White Sonic and Jasper is frequently used by some of the professionals who are completely new to the what do you say business world. Then apart from that, we have got Microsoft Word AI. Okay, I think majority of you know about this. Okay, so like we can do AI powered editing, then it suggests formatting as well, right? And its usage in business education is mainstream adaptation in business writing courses. And finally, we have Google Docs or peer grade. Okay, so this is for collaborative writing or peer review. Okay, so peer review is for peer grade. Peer grade can be used for peer review, whereas Google Docs can be used for collaborative writing. So yeah, so in this case, its relevance in management education is real-time feedback, and we can use it for revision. Then yes, I mean, again, we cannot discuss AI or digital use without discussing ethics and limitations. Okay, because overall, what is important is academic integrity. So, like ethical considerations are equally important. So, what are the limitations again that are equally important? So, I have again explored some of the articles, and what I found is plagiarism risk. Okay, so there is one relevance over here. So AI is co-author versus ghostwriter. Okay, so you can just look at AI detection efficacy. So detection efficacy is 98%. So again, this is published by Sir Turnitin in 2023. Then we have got bias alert. So ChatGPT's Western-centric responses to write a progress report. Okay, so again, this is highly contextual. Okay, we discussed about cultural competence, cultural intelligence. So maybe Western-centric responses would not work in Asian context, or maybe Indian hierarchical norms, right? So yes, again, human intervention is very much required, or you cannot take those responses as it is. Even if you generate those responses using ChatGPT or any other generative AI, so we need to intervene, we need to make necessary changes, we need to edit those documents out. Then faculty role shift. So guide on the side, okay, for AI literacy plus critical evaluation. Okay, so again, we need to see to it that, okay, the feedback that we get or the responses that we get, okay, whether that is culturally appropriate or not. So this is what we need to do as a faculty member or tertiary level educators. So these are the references that I use. Okay, so yeah, so again, if you look at just these articles, okay, majority of the articles are published, okay, post 2020. So there is just one article that is genre analysis that was published in 1990. So these are the references that I use to, okay, so explore these options that can be incorporated. So this is it from my end. So I stop screen sharing, and I'm open for QA session, please. So shall I stop the screen?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. That was great. I have a few questions. Anybody else have questions about, I have questions about, yeah, here's a question. How to get an account on Turnitin. Do you pay, does the university pay for Turnitin?
Yes, yes. So generally, like if you have a research university, especially if you strongly believe in research, because again, like we follow trick model at our university, we follow trick model. So T stand for say teaching, then R stand for research, okay, then I stand for institutional development, then K stand for community development, and sorry, yeah, TRICK, community development, and finally K stand for knowledge sharing program. So yeah, this is what we need to do. So like as a faculty member, it is not possible to simply teach and okay go away with that. Okay, so we are supposed to involve in okay hardcore research as well. So yes, so wherever there is research, so of course, like we need to have that Turnitin or all the applications in place, all the softwares in place, because like as an individual faculty member, we cannot afford that huge amount. So yes, we have got license copy, institutional license copy.
Do you use an LMS? Do you use it in an LMS or
LMS actually, LMS, are you talking about LMS?
I'm talking about if you're using Google, are you using Google Classroom or you're using
Yes,
Moodle? Google Classroom.
Google Classroom. Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay, so basically all the faculty members are not trained in Moodle. We have got that full-fledged Moodle server, but like majority of the faculty members are not well trained. Even I was ready to extend my support, okay, train all the faculty members, but that did not happen. So due to hectic schedule. So like since we have Google ecosystem. So yes, as an LMS, I use Google Classroom.
Do you find Turnitin, because that's the only one you use, I believe, do you find it 100% when it comes to AI or 98%
Uh,
or
Okay,
less?
so again, like Google Classroom has some limitations. I mean, for example, I was what do you say, a hardcore user of Moodle. So when I try
Oh,
to
no.
use compare Moodle versus Google Classroom or any other such this thing, there is no comparison at all. I mean, you just imagine doing something and you do it on Moodle. But Google Classroom, I would say it is like what do you say, ABC of LMS. It is just ABC of LMS.
Yeah, it's
Whereas,
flat. I would say it's
absolutely
flat, flat.
flat,
There's no
absolutely,
depth.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. So you use just faculty uses Turnitin. Students don't
Yeah.
use it, or do they?
Ideally, they are supposed to use it, but what we do is actually they are supposed to do internship for 3 months. So whenever they submit their report, so yes, I mean we take their reports and we go for plagiarism checker.
Do you
But
find that? Yeah.
yeah, but from there and they are not the first users actually. So it goes through faculty members only. Yeah, they do
First.
not use them.
Okay, okay. I
In
get it.
fact, some of them are not aware of Turnitin.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yes,
All
yes.
right. So they don't know what they're getting into. Do you find that there are more plagiarism these days with the availability of AI tools, or you don't see any
Absolutely,
difference?
absolutely. No, no, no. There is a lot of plagiarism issues. Okay, post generative AI. First thing first is see. I mean, when I compare our Indian students with okay students from Europe or Western world. Okay, so their plagiarism is very common word. Okay, and I would say maybe more than almost all the students are aware what is plagiarism. But in Indian context, I mean, if I'm not wrong, only top schools, B schools or top engineering schools are aware of plagiarism. Okay, of course, faculty members are aware of plagiarism, but when it comes to awareness among students, okay,
Mhm.
so that awareness is not there. Okay, you simply Google something and you simply put it in the slide deck. So
You
this
mean
is very
copy
common
paste?
practice.
Um,
Absolutely.
oh
So
no.
now like ChatGPT has replaced, say, Google. So whatever
Yes.
they were doing with Google, now they are doing with ChatGPT. Okay, but again, even they do not know that even if you ask ChatGPT to generate like a refreshing style in specific referencing style, so it will definitely generate, and this is how they can get away with plagiarism. So plagiarism, yes, I mean that is always there. So now post what do you say usage of this generative AI, so plagiarism has increased actually. It is increased like anything
So how do you
because
cope
they
with
simply,
it? How do you
sorry.
what are you doing to
Yeah, so
stop it?
individually, yes, generally I try to educate them. Okay, so what I tell them is again plagiarism. So whichever topic I deal with, whether it is business presentation skills, whether it is any business writing course, okay, so I always try to focus on plagiarism, how to get away with that. Even sometimes I demonstrate them, okay, how to use those Google Chrome extension to generate those reference list. Okay, so you need not to spend extra time to generate citations, right? So you can maybe add a couple of Google Chrome extensions, and this is how you can get away with plagiarism. So like from my end, I try to educate them. Okay, so maybe very few students take it seriously. Even I tell them that, okay, see, I mean, if you try to work in Fortune 500 corporation, and if you have to make a presentation somewhere outside India, so you never know, someone may sue you. If you do not like give due credit to someone, so someone may sue you. So this is how I try to make it more intense and but again, like
Scare
it is
them.
up to them. Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. Have you thought of alternatives to this kind of, I don't know, media? Something different, to write reports based on maybe a combination of, the spoken word and the written word, not just have the written word as the only kind of, submission, to also have them speak about their work so that you know that they're doing the work and they're not just copying and pasting.
So actually, they were introduced with those a couple of applications where even they can convert like their spoken content into written one. Yeah, but challenge in our classes is, I mean, as I told you before, actually we have a class of 80 plus students. So monitoring or controlling them, okay, or supervising them on one to day one basis, that is too difficult actually. If we have a group of 20 25, so maybe we can closely monitor them, isn't it? But if when you have a class of 80 and you need to finish, okay, so the all the modules in 33 sessions, including assessments, right? So that is too difficult to monitor, what do you say, personally. So like sometimes we try to like use plagiarism checker in Google Classroom. Okay, but again it gives very limited option actually. We can use that option only twice. That is it per account or per semester. Beyond that, we cannot use that. Yeah.
So, what do you think? Do they learn how to write? Do they know how to write?
Uh, So basically, practically, it is too difficult actually, because see, in this age, what we expect from them is they should be self-motivated. But
Right.
a real challenge is maybe like 15 to 20% students are self-motivated. Even they do not need any kind of instructions. Okay, even they take up some advanced courses, they take up some courses in finance, they take up some courses in business analytics, they could take up some courses in AI. Okay, so they are, I mean, the ones who are motivated are self-motivated. Okay, those who are not self-motivated, even if you educate them for 100 times, okay, I mean, it is like null deflection in physics. So it doesn't make any difference to them. So anyway, so again, it is our moral responsibility to be after them, okay, to tell them, to persuade them in almost every session. So that is what we can do as an educator, because simply blame game doesn't help. Okay, so we need to accept this Gen Z. Again, Gen Alpha is coming up, right? So yes, I mean, we need to deal with this kind of generation. So yeah, so there is no option but accepting them. That is it. Whatever they are, whoever they are.
Yeah, someone mentioned there that they have 100+ students in Ghana.
Yes, yes,
I've
yes, yes.
heard
I
in
could, I
in,
could.
in countries in Africa, I've heard of classrooms with 1,000 in, there's no room for them
Oh my,
practically.
true,
Yeah,
true.
which is why Moodle would be perfect for them. I mean, this
Absolutely.
this could really help out because Moodle also has a tracking system, and you know exactly whether they're reading the content, whether there is actually something on Moodle right now. There is a plugin where
Hmm.
it tracks their fingers on their keyboard. So if you just
Oh.
copy and paste, yeah, we have this, by the way, on the Moodle. If you're interested in trying it out, it's I added to my courses. Um, and what happens is it's based on the weight of your fingers. So if you copy
Mhm.
and paste, there's no weight on the keyboard.
Oh
See,
my,
that's the idea.
that is
I mean, this
something
guy's
so
brilliant.
advanced.
He's a
Yeah,
Moodle, he's a Moodle enthusiast. He's
right.
doing his doctorate now too, and he developed this amazing. I think it's brilliant, and it actually
Absolutely.
works. If you want more information, if anyone's interested in more information about this, I'll be happy to share. But this means that you can add this to your courses. So
Process.
anything that the student writes,
Mm-hmm.
um, if they don't actually use their keyboard, and there's no way of
Okay.
getting around this,
Okay.
because you need to use a key, or if you're using your phone, it's the same thing. It's called cursive.
Okay,
See
curse.
cursive. Let me see if I can get the link. I think it's brilliant. Maybe I should have presented on that too. Cursive app. I see that it's also designed for Chromebooks. I don't know if that's true. I know that it's used on Moodle, so I'm not sure whether, no, it's another one. Yeah, no, it needs to be cursive for Moodle because it only works, as far as I know, it only works on Moodle. Moodle also has some AI. Here, I found it. Here it is. You can get more information. You can also contact him if you want him to come, not to come to India, but if you want him to speak at anybody, if, he'll be I think he spoke here last year or the year before. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe the year before. There it is, cursive. And it's brilliant. And I see, sometimes I use it in the courses just for myself, with teachers, and I see that I know when they copied and pasted, the information. And sometimes it's okay to copy and paste because I require.
Absolutely.
But if they want to add a table, for example, and they took it from ChatGPT or somewhere, Gemini, then it's one click. It monitors the number of clicks.
So
And the weight, of
that's
course, of the
great.
fingers. It doesn't matter if you use two fingers, yeah.
That
And
is too advanced, actually. I'm amazed.
it is, and this guy is not even a
Yes, yes,
technical guy,
absolutely.
he's not,
Yeah,
he just loves Moodle.
absolutely.
But yeah, you can find him on LinkedIn. If you want, I'll share it. If you send me
Sure.
a message on LinkedIn, I'll just share his profile on LinkedIn.
Yeah,
His name is
definitely.
John. Yeah. So that's something, but it doesn't work with Google Classroom. But if
Absolutely.
your
Yes.
university has Moodle, why don't you use it for yourself?
Yes, yes, yes.
Excuse me. Have you thought about using Moodle for yourself on your own without the other teachers using it?
Yeah, I tried my level best, but again, that server thing is a problem actually. So we need to have that server, or yeah, so where we can keep or store our courses, right? So that is the challenge. Otherwise, as you know, like I was thorough with Moodle, and I took up almost 2 to 3 courses,
Yeah.
right?
And you were a
So
very,
at
very good
administrator level,
student.
manager
You were
level,
very
and
motivated, let's put it this way.
yes, yes, yes,
So maybe
absolutely.
you can convince your school to use Moodle. If you show
Sure,
them cursive, you'll listen, this will solve our problem.
absolutely,
And you get
absolutely.
analytics. You get all the analytics for each,
Analytics,
it's so easy. It makes life,
okay.
because it's also AI generated. I mean, there's AI there somewhere. All right.
But
So any
it
other
is like more
questions?
advanced than Turnitin.
Pardon? Like?
I found it more advanced than
Oh
Turnitin.
no, Turnitin. There are a lot of problems with Turnitin. That's why I
Yeah,
asked your experiences, because I know it's not 100%.
true,
Because I
true,
have
true.
fooled it. I mean, I've played around with every so-called generate
Plagiarism checkers.
the detectors. I even created my own detector
Oh,
that my university uses, but I can tell you it's not 100%.
okay,
It just encourages students not to do it, not to
okay,
plagiarize.
fine.
All right. Any other questions or comments from the audience? All right. So thank you. We're very, very grateful for your talk, for taking the time. I know how busy you are, but I hope you can stick around today and tomorrow
Yes, yes,
so that
absolutely,
we can have
absolutely.
you here with
Yeah,
us
sure,
again.
sure. Thank you so